Hi guys, my name is Shreya and I am not putting this video with a purpose of it to blow up or something, but I'm just putting it so that if even if 10, 12 people get to see it, they find some comfort. So today I'm here not to talk about myself but about the journey of an exam that I've been preparing for 2 years, and the prep didn't go as I expected, and the marks also weren't as I expected. I haven't done too bad, but I haven't given my best as well. So yeah, I just wanted to share this journey with you all and have a heart to heart conversation for all of those who feel very dejected and lost. I was in the same position as you, but before that, we need to rewind a bit back for you to get context of what gives me a an authority or a place to speak about this from. So I chose the I'm not going to deep dive into how why I chose law and all that, but I chose law to pursue law as a career, or rather, a profession. Right after my 10th grade, I did some research during my holidays. Even in ninth, I did some research. I scored pretty well in my 10th. I got admission into one of the most prestigious commerce colleges in Mumbai. Yeah, I am Mumbai based. Commerce colleges in Mumbai. I did well there. And then I came to 12th grade. The start of 12th grade was smooth. I followed my timetable, I was able to manage boards and clat, and everything was smooth. And I had this big dream of NLU Bangalore, which aspirant does not have a dream of NLU Bangalore? Everyone does, yeah. So I had like this big dream of NLSIU Bangalore in my head, and I started working towards it. Then comes May. Now, in May, I went for a short vacation in the end of May, where my mom started noticing slowly that I was not taking as much interest in participating in activities with my family. Everyone will be sitting, I'll just go inside. I won't study, but I'll just keep scrolling on Reddit and other platforms, seeing how much everyone else is scoring. There's only 7 months left. There's only 6 months left. There was a lot of hype. I was pretty tensed. But one thing that I forgot to see was that I wasn't tracking my progress, and I was so absorbed into others that it led to a kind of downfall in July. July 2nd, that's when I fell kind of ill because of this mental pressure. Yeah, and my anxiety triggered. Now, my anxiety has a really long history about which I may talk to you sometime later, but my anxiety triggered, and I don't know how to say this, but for me it was like surviving one more day, just one more day. I took one moment at a time, one day at a time, and slowly pushed through those 3 months. Really, really tough. I did get help. I went for counseling, and it's helped me to such a great extent that I can't express how. So for me, it was like for those 3 months where I was really bad, I wasn't even able to look at the books. Like, I would start reading GK, and like 3-4 pages in, tears will start flowing out of my eyes. I couldn't stop crying. I could not stop crying. I could not focus. It was like I didn't feel like myself. It's not very likely of me, because and up till 10th grade, I was one of the toppers in my school. I was doing so well. I couldn't digest the fact that I was failing at something that I really wanted, and the anxiety just kept getting worse. And for me, everyday tasks like even going out, showing up, writing exams, writing mocks, everything was a damn freaking task to me. Like, I had to push the balls, sorry for the vulgar language, I had to push myself to even show up for it. The marks, just don't ask me. They were haphazard. So I was in such a bad state. At one point, I came to this conclusion that after clat, life didn't exist. Like, for me, like those 18 years, and clat was the full stop. I couldn't imagine people were I am on Instagram, so I used to see reels like the evening after clat. For me, it was only clat. After that, there was no life. Like, that's a very, very toxic wrong mindset, which I realize now that the exam is over and the results are out. But I need to tell you all, like, for me, it was like an end point. It was like my I thought it defined me, like my worth, my determination, like what I was capable of. I thought that was the end. There was nothing beyond clat. And genuinely, like, even if you ask me 2 weeks back, I was feeling the same, but I just didn't show it as much. And I didn't compromise on anything. I used to go down to meet my friends, go out, do this, do that. But my mind was constantly stuck on this one thing, that, clat is coming, these many days left, I'm getting only so many marks. it just became a part of my personality. I made that exam a part of my personality, that it affected my mood, it affected my sleep schedule, it affected how I functioned, how I talked to people. At one point, the only thing I could talk about to my friends was how my mock scores were falling. I practically lost myself. I lost myself through the preparation. Now let's cut to 2 months before the exam. I am a commerce student, so we had our terminal exams during that time. So I was giving those exams like alternatively. They were on alternate days, and that was the first big exam I showed up for after my anxiety episode, and it was a really big win for me. Then came Diwali, and then came 1 month left for clat. I had 8 months of GK backlog. My reading speed gone for a toss. I was good at math, so that was an edge for me over the others. Analytical reasoning, okay, that was that. I didn't even practice that, but in the exam I somehow just got a few sets right, and I was lost. I didn't know what to do. I still cried, but the only thing is I pushed myself through the crying. I didn't stop because I was like, अभी तो रो रही हूँ, अभी तो 1 महीने में एग्जाम आ जाएगा, तो I can't just go there and cry. Even if that's the end, I have to do something there. So, and even if I felt I would be like, एग्ज़ाम अगले मंथ है, तू अभी प्रिपेयर कर, एग्ज़ाम अगले मंथ है, ऐसा बोल बोल के. Then came 10 days before the exam. My anxiety peaked so bad. I gave a sectional test. Like, I woke up in the morning, I did my routine and everything. I sat for giving a sectional test. Mind you, this was like not even 10 days, 6 days before the exam, legal sectional test. I scored 8 out of 32. That was the end point for me. Like, and mind you, I had not seen a mock score more than 85 in over like 3 months, except for 2-3 mocks where I scored 90 plus. I was shattered when I saw that score. I was like, what the actual hell? My anxiety just I didn't feel like myself, okay? I just kept crying and crying and crying. Sometimes I didn't even know why I was crying. I was that bad. I'm going to make a separate video about it if some of you guys relate and want me to talk about this, because my aim is going to be to make you all feel a little, like you're not alone. So my anxiety peaked like a lot, like to very big extents, and it still scares me like how bad I was. But then came the day. Let me tell you, I was not a very firm believer of God. I may look religious. I have this on, everything on, but I'm not the person who thinks about God before doing anything, or the first thing that you do when you wake up is think about God. I'm not that kind of person. This is all, my parents told, my elders told, so I did that. I genuinely realized that a power beyond you exists that day. Let me tell you, when I reached the center, I was physically not able to move myself to get inside that center. I was standing outside. I couldn't imagine myself going in there, sitting and writing the exam, because I genuinely thought that was the end. This might look so dramatic, but for someone with anxiety, if you have ever dealt with it on a very intensive scale, you might relate to what I'm saying. I thought, I can't. They'll keep the paper in front of me. I'll just stare at it. I can't. But mind you, I attempted over like 115 plus questions that day. I got many sets right, and that was by far my best performance that I've ever given, like in a mock or anything. When I tell you, the moment I finished the paper, they took my OMR, I literally realized that there's a divine power. Because look, for you all it might be like, God is unfair, God is not doing this for me, he didn't give me an NLU. Okay, he didn't give me one either. But for someone like me, showing up to that damn exam and sitting it, facing it, and living life after that, come on, it's 17th, it's 10, sorry, the flash is on, it's 10 days after clat, and I'm still thriving, I'm still here. I had my birthday 3 days back, I'm 18 now. I genuinely can't believe that this is real. When I'm telling you this, it's all just raw. I'm not even going to edit this video. I'm just going to put it as it is, okay? So what I'm trying to say to all of those who feel so dejected and low, just because God closed one door for you doesn't mean that's the end. Don't do the mistake like me. I thought the day that I got the anxiety, the panic attack that triggered the anxiety for me, I thought that was the end. I could not show up for anything. I could not do anything. But look at me. Today I gave an exam. I've got my results for it. I faced the results. I faced the exam, and 10 days later I'm sitting here. When I can do it, you can do it too. Feeling disappointed or sad about the exam is totally fair on your part, because you more than anyone else knows how much you pushed through, how much you cried. You know what you faced. You know it. You genuinely know it. But it's like you are also like not taking into consideration, you're just putting this on yourself. You're feeling it's your mistake. No, there's a power beyond you. The universe manifests some things for you, so you have to take that in a positive way. Okay, I am putting this video, maybe 2-3 days later I will start feeling rejected कि यार NLU क्यों नहीं मिला. But what I'm forgetting is, can you go 3 months back and ask that Shreya if she is even going to live her life after that exam? That's just too much. The first, I don't know how to say this. For me, showing up for that exam and surviving till the result date, accepting the result and moving on is such a big win. Now, before I end this video, I would want to tell you all that be proud of yourself. You have come so far. You gave that exam in such a competitive environment. For someone like me who even dreaded showing up for that exam, you showed up for that exam. You gave your best. If the consortium was unfair to you or the paper was unfair to you, let it be. It's just accept and move on. Or if you want to take a drop, do what your heart says. Don't go by what others have got, how lucky others are, or there's a paper leak, there's this, blah, blah, blah. There's going to be hundreds of allegations every year. Only you know what to do next. Be proud of yourself. Believe in your decisions. And I'm so sure you got this. You got this, if not anyone else. Before I end this video, I just want to show, I usually sit down to study because I lock in when I sit down. I can't on a table. So this was exactly 6 months back where I put up a sticky note. You can see how old it's gotten. It's all torn and all. 106. I didn't get 106. My score is 91.75. I got an AIR of 955. Yeah, and I'm from Mumbai, so that's all. I won't say I did too bad. I won't say I did too well. I'm just in the borderline of getting some tier 2 NLUs or good private colleges or whatever. But for someone like me, I just want to tell you all, if I can do it, you can do it too. Good luck.